Let me break this down to you. Today's issue is basically on why men cheat on good women, beautiful women with ratchet hoes. There are many reasons, many. I will discuss some with you today, and I will be as much detailed as possible on the many answers. First, not the foremost, not the most important, just the first one. It is one of them. 9 out of 10, I ain't gonna say 9 out of 10. Most of the time, when I usually sit here and have a lot of friends, they usually end up, they're doing a relationship. Yes, it's good. Yeah. I mean, the woman's good. She do a job. She got everything down pat. But sometimes it's not what you want. Sometimes guys don't even know what they want. Sometimes guys get into relationships when they're not ready for one. Sometimes they sit there and they think they want a relationship, but at the same time, in reality, they just won't accept the fact that they want to get with one girl and then they want to have an option to get with another girl. So they shouldn't even be in a relationship at all. They should just find a friends with benefits. The only thing about that is they just have to find what they're looking for when they're looking at friends with benefits, and I guess they don't feel like doing all the work. So they sit there and try to have their cake and eat it too, be in a relationship and have options, or try to have something different than what they're having right then and there. Another one is basically you can have a good woman, but if the woman is missing a few things, like, nobody's gonna be perfect. You know that. I know that. I've been through that. But at the same time, you kind of want one thing to be too. You wanted that one thing to be right, but it just ain't happening, or it's just far from it. Like, there's the things that you can sit there and compromise and deal with, and then there's the things that you just don't tolerate at all, and it's just not the way that you like. So that's stuff that people gotta work on, stuff that people gotta understand. I mean, you gotta sit there and put work and effort into a relationship. If you're really into somebody, you will sit there and like them for better or for worse. So you should sit there and be more focused on that person. You should be, if you're bored with a relationship or whatever like that, if it's going good and it's just too good for you or whatever, communication is key. I mean, you always gotta sit there, even though some people are not easy to talk to. You always gotta sit there and talk, communicate, be able to talk with the person, your spouse, or the person that you really care about, and just make work with the relationship, make it better, do something, change it up or something every once in a while. Just don't be bored with it. Don't bore yourself in the relationship. As far as the guy's point of view, there are some guys, which most women think is most guys. I would probably say that's true, probably like 88% of the time. It's usually guys that try to sit there and have options of talking to one girl and then talking to another when they know they shouldn't even be gambling like that. They should just sit there and be more mature about it and just don't be in a relationship. And that's just pretty much I go back to most of these guys. They sit there and they complain about wanting something different or something, you know, something too good, but then they don't even appreciate it. They don't, or they just take it for weakness. They take the kindness for weakness, and they just do dumb decisions and they just do dumb things. I mean, most guys have to sit there and mature with their emotions and be more judgmental about the decisions that they make in a relationship, be able to communicate and express more, but at the same time they want you have to be a man about it. You still be a man even though you express your emotions and you communicate in your concerns. Um, what else? That's something else. Also, you just gotta sit here and there's situations. I mean, really, there's just really no reason. Like, if you really can't sit there and see yourself putting in work, compromising to each other's flaws, and just sticking with that one person, you shouldn't even consider a relationship in the first place, whether you're a man or a woman. That's all this really is to it. Um, because then you, if there's something missing and you don't really like it, it's like a pet peeve or something. And it's like some people just complain about their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, missing what they want and not missing what they need. So they just need to suck that up, or they need to suck that up and work with it and compromise. So stop bitching if that's the case. To me, honestly, I think you got to play your part in a relationship because you're supposed to treat your relationship like a marriage. Because when a person goes out the way to care for you and be in a relationship with you, that says a lot. That says a lot more than what you think or take for granted or whatever. So whether you're a woman, male or female, you got to sit there and put work. You got to put effort. You got to compromise. More importantly, because I see this a lot, you got to do a lot of communication. Communication goes a long way. I know sometimes you don't want to sit there and be blunt, or you don't want to sit there and say what it is that's on your mind and stuff like that, just because you'll get an argument. Girlfriend might not want to speak to you or whatever, or you might have to sleep on the couch or something. And you don't want to sit there and deal with all of that after whatever kind of day you have. But at the same time, it's always good so that person will know what's on your mind and y'all can work it out. But if you're not ready for a relationship and you just want some kind of different variety or something like that, then you sit there and just have options, just don't have sex with them. You just see what you really want. If you don't want a relationship after all, then don't get into one. But if you get in a relationship, just be aware of the amount of work, of compromise, and care that you put into it. So stop cheating with these ratchet assholes because these ratchet assholes give you the quick fix to something that you need when you sit here and you got something on the long term that you should be working on or expressing. You never know if the problem will be fixed or not because you never said anything or you never tried. Niggas. There's a lot of stuff that we have to learn about emotionally and maturely, but it's not every guy that sits there and be dumb enough to do all this stupid stuff. So if there's any more questions or any more details you'd like to say, y'all can say y'all own opinion. Y'all can even sit there and say y'all piece in it. I understand that there might be more to it than what I'm saying, but this is just my point of view. So y'all sit here. I hope I help somewhat instead of insulting or making people mad. And y'all take care.